Hello and welcome again in the physics class. Today we are going to start the next topic of unit second, that is friction. Now in this lecture we are going to cover all the topic related to the friction, that is the different types of friction and the application of the friction. So let us start with the definition of friction. Now before we start, let us take a recapitulation that we have discussed in the last lecture. In last lecture, we discussed about the concept of work, power and energy. By taking the different example, we define the work, power and energy. Also, we define the two types of energy, that is the kinetic energy and potential energy, by taking the different situation and by taking the some of the examples to define the kinetic and the potential energy. After that we covered the conservation law of energy and see how energy will remain conserved if it can transform from one form to the other. By taking all the concept of work, power and energy, we solve the different types of problem. That very problem is frequently asked in your examination. Now, what is the objective of this lecture? Now, by the end of this lecture, you people will be able to understand the concept of friction and see how frictional force slow down the motion. Also, you people will be understand the frictional force and the various factors that contribute the frictional force. That is the different types of factor, that is the coefficient of friction, normal reaction force and the surface area. Also, you will be able to understand the various types of the friction and you will be able to calculate the frictional force and the coefficient of the static and the dynamic friction after the end of this lecture. Also, we are going to discuss the various application of the frictional force. Since friction is the resistance force that slow down the motion of an object. If we are going to define that friction, the resistance form the contact surface between two solid material caused by the reciprocal movement is called friction. And the resistance force arises at the time is called frictional force. Now, in physics, or we can say the physical science, the tribology is the major discipline that include the study of the friction mentioned here. After the end of this lecture, we see how friction is very useful in our daily life, like driving a vehicle, walking on the road. Now let us come in detail the concept of friction. Now we are going to define the friction. We are using this particular picture to define the friction. Okay. As we know, friction is the opposing force which by resulting that very particular force, the resulting that reduce the motion, or we can say that slow down the motion. Now, what is the definition? When a body slide or tend to slide on the surface on which it resisting, a resisting force opposing the motion is producing at the contact surface. Now, this restoring force is called friction or friction force. Consider this is a solid block. Now, this block is trying to slide on this surface. Now, if one should be apply the force in this particular direction, the direction of motion in this way, now this box is trying to slide in this direction by applying the force. Now what is the reaction of this surface? If this is a very rough surface, then then it is difficult to slide this particular box in this direction. Okay. Here the direction of motion in this way, and the, we can say, the restoring force or the frictional force is applicable on this way. Now this is, we can say, the frictional force applicable on this wooden block or wooden, or we can say the solid box. Okay. If this surface is very smooth and the frictional force is less, if this surface is rough surface, then here the frictional force is more as compared to the smooth surface. Okay, now this is how we can define the friction by taking this particular example. Okay, now as we know the definition of the friction, and we clarify all the concept of the friction. Now next one is the, what are the classification, what are the types of the friction. The friction are classified into two categories. The first one is the static friction, and the second one is the dynamic friction or kinetic. Dynamic or kinetic friction, both are the same. So let us come about the static friction. Now come to the static friction. Basically static friction is applicable on the stationary objects. Stationary mean any object which are at rest. Okay. Now what is the definition of static friction? The friction experience when individual try to move a stationary object on a surface. Okay. Without actually triggering any relative motion between the body and the surface which it is on. The static frictional force is self-regulating force. That is, static friction will be at all the time equivalent to the opposite to the applied force. Now consider this picture. Now this is the, we can say, the any of the block, wooden or any solid block. This is the surface. Now this block is trying to move or slide in this surface. By applying this particular force, this box is trying to move in this particular direction. What is the force of static friction? Now this block is initially at stationary, or we can say at the rest. Now if this box is at rest, the gravitational force acting on this way downward, and the normal reaction force is applicable on the upward. This is the normal reaction force. This one is the, okay. As we know, the static frictional force is the self-regulating force, and static friction will be all the time equivalent to the opposite force. Whatever the force we are going to apply to move this particular block, the static frictional force is opposite to this particular force. Here we consider the mu s is the coefficient of the static friction. The coefficient of static friction, this is the mu s. And what is the static friction? With a force, static frictional force, Fs is the static frictional force, and this is equal to Fn into mu s. Or basically, static frictional force is directly proportional to the normal reacting force. Fn is the normal reacting force. This is the coefficient of the static friction. This is how one should be calculate the static frictional force. Now some of the real life example for the static friction are the given. Paper on a table board. Paper that is placed, or the any paper board, we can say the paper or the paper board that is placed on a table top. Okay. The next one is a towel hanging on the rack. This is also, we can say, that very towel, the force of friction is applicable is on that very towel is the static friction. Okay. The bookmark in the book, and the last one is a car parked on a hill. Now these are all the examples, we can say the real life example of the static friction. Now the next type of friction is the dynamic friction. The dynamic friction is also known as the kinetic friction. Now the dynamic or kinetic friction is the friction between surface which move relative to one another. Okay. Now the dynamic, or we can say the kinetic friction, is classified into three categories. First one is the sliding friction, second one is the rolling friction, third one is the pivot friction. Now come to the sliding friction. Now take this picture. Now consider this particular block are trying to slide in this particular sliding surface. Now this equation of the sliding force include the coefficient of sliding friction time to the normal force. Let us consider this is the normal reacting force, that is the N, and this is the force of friction, and this W, the weight, this is the also come in the force that is applicable in the downward direction. Okay, now the sliding friction Fs, or we can say the sliding frictional force Fs, is proportional to the normal reactant force, where mu s is the coefficient of the sliding friction. Fs is the force of sliding friction and Fn is the normal reactant force. Now next one is the rolling friction. A rolling friction occurs when a round surface like a ball rolls over the surface. Now how one should be define the rolling friction? Rolling friction is a resistive force that slow down the motion of a rolling ball, like a rolling ball or a wheel. It also called the rolling resistance. Now what is the laws of the rolling friction? There are the three laws of the rolling friction. The first one is with the increase in smoothness, the force of rolling friction is decreases. If this surface is, we can say that this particular surface, on this surface, this round shape or the rolling ball is trying to roll. If this surface is smooth, the frictional force is decreases. The next law is rolling friction is expressed as the product of load and constant to the frictional power. Okay. The third law is rolling friction force is directly proportional to the load and the inversely proportional to the radius of the curvature. Now what is the load? Load is in this one. This is the total weight of the, we can say, the ball, and the radius of this roll, or we can say the round shape body. Okay, this force is directly proportional to the weight of the weight, or we can say the load, or the, and inversely proportional to the radius of the curvature. Okay, now what are the causes of the rolling friction? When an object is rolled on the surface, certain things happen. What types of things are there? Now the object is deformed at the point of the contact with the surface. Now at the, this is the point of the contact of the surface. At this point we can say the object is deformed. Okay, the second one is the surface is deformed at the point of the contact with the object. Let us, we consider this is a very smooth surface and this rolling object is much heavier. So it may happen this surface can deformed. The first case we can say that if rolling object is smooth, the object is the one thing is the object can deform. The second thing is the surface can deform. And the third and the last, the motion is created below the surface at the result of the above mentioned point. Okay, now these are all the causes of the rolling friction. Now the third types of the dynamic friction is the pivot friction. Now what is pivot friction? Now this type of frictional force experienced by a body due to the motion of rotation, as in case of the footstep bearing. Now in these types of opposing force occur, we say this is the dynamic friction, or we can say that this type of friction come under the dynamic friction. In the category we can define this type of friction is the pivot friction force. Okay, now there are also the another types of the frictional force, that is, first one is the, we can say, the dry friction. This is also one of the type of the friction. What is dry friction? Dry friction is the frictional force that opposes the relative lateral motion of the two solid surface in contact. Next one is the fluid friction. The fluid friction describes the friction between the layers of the viscous fluid that are moving relative to the each other. The next one is a lubricated friction. In case of fluid friction, where a lubricant fluid separated by two surfaces over the two solid surfaces. Okay, what is the skin friction? Skin friction is the component of drag, the force resistance, the motion of the fluid across the surface of the body. The next one is the internal friction. Internal friction is the force resisting motion between the elements making up a solid material while it undergoes deforms. Now these are also the types of the frictions. Okay. The next is the comparison. We can say the static versus kinetic friction. As we know, the magnitude of frictional force has two forms. Now two types of frictional force are applicable. The first one is the static friction and second one is the kinetic friction. The static friction is applicable on the body at the rest, and the second one, the kinetic friction, is involving the object at the motion. Now what follows in the approximate empirical, we can say the experimental determination of these types of the friction. Now these equations for static and the kinetic friction are not a vector equations. Now experimentally we see these types of the graphs. This graph is, now this graph is versus the applied force and the frictional force. Okay. Now let us consider this is a surface and this is the block which is trying to slide on this surface. As the weight, the force due to the weight of this block is applicable to the downward direction, and the normal reacting force is applicable in this direction. Okay, the friction, if the force applied on this surface on this direction and the frictional force is applicable into this direction, this is, we can say, the static friction in case of the static friction. And when object are in motion, now this types of frictional force is in the kinetic friction. Now the force applied by an object to this block is, the direction of force is in this way, and the frictional force, we can say the kinetic friction force is, or the dynamic, kinetic or dynamic, both are same. The kinetic friction force are applicable into this direction, and the normal reacting force is in this way, and the force due to the weight of the object in downward direction. Here, if we are going to plot the graph between applied force and the frictional force, in the graph is linear in case of the static friction. From this to this point, this is the property, or we can say the static friction. Now in case of a kinetic friction, the graph is varying like this one. So this is how we can describe the comparison between the static and the kinetic friction. Now what are the applications of the frictional force? As we know, the frictional force is more applicable in our daily life. Now take the example of the transportation. In case of transportation, the automobile breakers inherently rely on friction, slowing a vehicle by converting its kinetic energy into heat energy. Now incidentally, dispersing this large amount of heat safely in one technical challenge in designing brake system, we can take the example of the disc brake. Okay, now the disc brake rely on friction between a disc and brake pads that are squeezed transversely against the rotating disc. The next one is the rail adhesion, that is referred to the grip wheel of a train have on the rails. The next one is the road slipperiness, is an important design and safety factor for automobiles. Also, a split friction is a particular dangerous condition arising due to varying friction on either side of a car. Also, a road texture affects the interaction of tires and the driving surface. Now these are all the application of the frictional force in case of the transportation. Now next one is the measurement. A tribometer is an instrument that measures friction on the surface. This is one of the device how one should be measure the friction on the surface. That particular device is a tribometer. A profilographer is a device used to measure prevent surface roughness. Okay. Now, what are the household uses of the friction? Now, friction is used to heat or ignite matchsticks. Now, with the help of the matchsticks only be matched with the help of the, we can say the with the help of the frictional force. Okay, the friction between the heat, we can say the heat, the friction between the head of the matchstick and the rubbing surface of the matchbox. This is one of the example of the household, we can say, with the help of we can say the frictional force, one should be match the matchsticks on the fire the matchstick. Okay. The next one is the sticky pads. What are the use of the sticky pads? The sticky pads are used to prevent the object from slipping off smooth surface by effectively increasing the friction coefficient between the surface and the object. Okay, now these are all about the, we can say, the application of the frictions. Now look at this situation. A man is trying to pull this cart. Now the question is, an empty cart is being rolled across the warehouse floor. If the cart was filled, the force of kinetic friction between the cart and the floor would be whether it is going to increase or decrease. Now the answer is the kinetic friction between the cart and the floor would be remain same. There is no increase or decrease the kinetic friction, because of the kinetic friction is due to the motion of the body. Whenever this man is trying to pull this cart, whether it is empty or filled, the kinetic friction remain same. There is no going to, or we can say that there is nothing, any change in the kinetic friction whenever this man is trying to pull this cart, whether it is empty or filled. Now the next application is, now see, this car is trying to move on this ice road. Now this particular ice road, if car is directly move on this particular ice road, the friction is increased so that the motion of this car going to decrease. Now for this purpose, a sand is often placed on an ice road, because of the sand decreases the coefficient of friction between the tires of the car and the road, so that the car can move easily on the road. Okay. Now sand increases the coefficient of friction between the tires of the car and the road, and it also decreases the gravitational force of the car, and with the help of the sand it increases the normal force of the car on the road. Now this is also the one of the application of the frictional force. Now look at this problem. Now these types of problems are frequently asked in your examinations. Now the question is, a wooden pallet carrying a load of 600 kg rests on a wooden floor. Now this is a wooden pallet. The load of, we can say, the weight of this wooden pallet is 600 kg, and it is trying to move on the floor, this wooden floor. This floor is also the wooden, and this wooden pallet is about 600 kg. Now if someone is trying to, the question is, a forklift driver is decided to push it without lifting it. What force must be applied to just get a pallet moving? Now if someone is trying to move or push this wooden pallet without lifting it, what force must be needed to move this pallet? Okay. Now to get the pallet started, the driver must push it with a force equal to the maximum static friction. Because of this wooden pallet is at rest, there is the force when is applied. This types of friction is known as the static friction. Now the static friction, the force of static friction Fs is directly proportional to the normal reacting force N, and Fs is equal to mu s into N. Mu s is the coefficient of the static friction. What is the normal reacting force? N. This is the normal reacting force. Now the normal reacting force is applicable in this direction. Okay. Now the normal reactant force is going to downward direction, this is m into g. Okay, due to the g is the acceleration due to gravity, m is the mass of this wooden pallet. Okay, now for calculation of this, mu s is given as the coefficient of the friction. Okay, now and the mass, m is the mass of the wooden pallet and g is the acceleration due to gravity. So by calculating this, we need this 1646 Newton of force to push or to move this wooden pallet. Okay, now these types of questions are frequently asked in your examination. Okay, now continue with the last problem. The last problem, see, same that one. The mass of this wooden pallet is 600 kg and this is trying to pull or slide on this wooden floor. Now how much force is needed? The last problem we calculate the force to push this wooden pallet. Okay, now the next question is, after a bit of time, the pallet being to slide, how fast the pallet moving after sliding under the same force you calculated in part a half of a second. Okay, now the solution is, once a pallet start moving by applying the force, we calculate the force in last problem. Okay, or then we can say the last situation. Once the pallet is started moving, the coefficient of friction drop from its static value to the kinetic value. Okay, the coefficient of friction, the question is same, but the value of the coefficient of static friction is converted, we can say the kinetic value. Okay, or same problem is there, or in this we just change the coefficient of kinetic friction. The coefficient of kinetic friction is given as 0.17 and we calculate the force. The force of friction in this case is the 1000 Newton. Okay, now here some of the practice questions are given. Now you people can try these questions of your best, and if there is any problem then you can ask me. Now these types of questions are frequently asked in your examinations. These are all related to the friction that we have covered in this particular lecture. If your concept related to the friction is cleared and you can easily we solve these questions. Okay, try your best. If there is any problem related to the any question, then you can ask me in the class. Okay, so this is all about the friction. Now in this lecture we covered all the concept related to the friction and discussed the various types of the friction and see the different types of the application of the friction in the daily life, and we solve the problem related to the friction that are frequently asked in your examinations. And if you want to learn more about the friction and you want to solve more problem related to the friction, and you people can refer these books. Okay, for the problem related you can choose this Physics for Competition Volume 1 by G.C. Agarwal. Okay, this is one of the best book, or we can say the Pradeep Fundamental is also the best one. Okay, so you can refer or choose any one of the book for your reference. Okay, so thank you to all. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.